If you want to become the leader your business needs to take it to the next level of success, then in this video, you're going to discover the battle-tested 5-step process that CEOs in 18 countries have used to become more effective in their role. My name's Byron Morrison. I'm the author of The Effective CEO, and over the next 90 days, I want to evolve you into a more confident, grounded, and effective CEO. Once I've talked you through the process, you can then set up a time to speak directly to me using the button below this video to see whether or not this is going to be right for you. So how are we going to do it? Well, like I said, over the next 90 days, there's 5 areas that we need to focus on to help you take control of your role. The first thing we need to do is upgrade your identity, because the reality is what got you to where you are today isn't going to get you to where you want to be tomorrow. And the skills that made you a great founder or manager, if anything, could be your biggest undoing as a CEO. This is why we need to figure out who is that next level version of you, that CEO who shows up powerfully, who makes the right decisions, who empowers their team. By figuring out who you need to become, that's how we can reverse engineer the journey. We can uncover the exact habits, the behaviors, the beliefs, the way of operating that you need to take on to really evolve into that next level version of yourself. The second thing we need to do is develop a CEO mindset that's grounded in a state of response. Because the reality is, when you're running a company, it's so easy for your days to become all about putting out fires, solving other people's problems, and dealing with never-ending demands. As I'm sure you know, though, there's no way you can make the right decisions or show up at your best when you're in that high-stressed reactive state. The thing is, though, there's a huge difference between a reaction and a response. A reaction is impulsive, it's driven by emotion, whereas a response is processed and controlled. This is why we need to do the mindset work, where when something goes wrong, instead of you reacting, you can stop, you can process what's happening, you can understand it, and only then choose how you respond to it. So instead of spending your days on that roller coaster ride of ups and downs, you can stay calm and grounded regardless of the chaos going on around you. The third thing we need to do is break through the mental barriers that are keeping you stuck in your own head. Because with so much pressure on you to perform and deliver, it's so easy to get stuck in a cycle where you overthink, you avoid making decisions, you second guess yourself, and you worry about problems that haven't happened yet. All of this can keep you stuck where you avoid the things that you know that you need to do. This is why we need to get to the root cause as to why you have these sabotaging mental blocks. By doing so, we can rewire your subconscious mind to replace those doubts and fears with confidence and self-belief. The fourth thing we need to do is upgrade your leadership skills and performance. Because if you're anything like the CEOs I work with, then it probably feels like there's never enough minutes in the day to get everything done. If we really break it down, though, chances are you're spending too much of your time stuck in the weeds, working in the business and focusing on tasks you shouldn't. This is why we really need to clearly define your role and responsibilities, where your time has the greatest impact and what can only be done by you. Because from there, we can then start putting in the right processes to effectively delegate, to clearly communicate expectations and hold people accountable, freeing you up to focus on the tasks that only you can do. Then we can start looking at how you structure your days to manage your workload and really maximize what you get done. The fifth thing we need to focus on is what I call ideal life creation, because the biggest risk to your longevity as a CEO is burning out, especially with the huge amount of stress, the long hours, and pushing yourself to the limit. At the end of the day, there's no way you can show up at your best in your role if you don't feel your best outside of it. And this is why we need to focus on developing the right habits and routines and putting boundaries in place to ensure that you follow through. We also need to look at ways that you can disconnect. So when you do take time off, instead of being attached to your phone and thinking about work, you can actually be present and feel connected to those around you. This is how we're going to stop your business from feeling like a mental and emotional drain. So those are the 5 areas that I want to help you focus on over the next 90 days to help you maximize your time, lead with confidence, and ultimately grow a business without losing your sanity. Where the real growth comes in, though, is when I'm working with private clients, I track the entire journey. Everything from tough conversations to how you structure your days and what throws you off your game. Then every week, we're going to take time in our implementation calls to break down what happened. The way I always describe this to people is it's a lot like an elite athlete going back and watching old game footage. In doing so, that's how they figure out how to improve and get an edge. That's why if you want to be a highly effective CEO, we need to treat the journey in exactly the same way. And this is why every week we're going to take time to break down what you did, to figure out what you need to learn, how you need to improve, and how you need to handle similar situations better in the future. This is how we're going to build your confidence and intuition. And I'm also going to be there every step of the way, holding you accountable and being a sounding board and someone in your corner so that you don't have to get into the ring alone. So if this sounds like something you'd be interested in, then what I want to do is invite you to set up a time to speak directly to me. We'll hop on Zoom and have a friendly conversation about your current challenges, what you've got going on, and see from there if working together is going to be the right fit to help you become the leader your business needs to take it to the next level of success. So you can set up a time to speak directly to me using the button below this video.